Hi, so this is a tutorial on how to install PyShifts into PyMol. So what you want to start by doing is you want to go to this specific GitHub URL, which is atfrank/PyShifts, and we're going to start by entering the first line under the install dependencies quick start into our terminal. So the git clone line, and once that's completed, you're going to want to cd to PyShifts, which again is the second line under the install dependencies. And finally, we're going to enter the setup, which is the third line. Right, and so once that's completed, this notice should pop up, and this is just to confirm the location of the environment. And so we're going to say yes. And now we're going to install the dependencies and the packages. So it should be noted that in order to install PyShifts, you are going to have to need a couple of prerequisites. So you are going to need to have Conda installed as well as Xcorts if you're on a Mac. Right, so once the installation is complete, all we need to do is enter the pymol command into our terminal, and the pymol window should open up, and we've successfully installed the dependencies for PyShifts. Right, so at this portion, we're going to be focusing on adding PyShifts into PyMol. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going, in the PyMol window, we're going to go to the plugin, or we're going to go to Plugin Manager, and we're going to look at Install New Plugin, and choose File. And out of that, you see something called PyShifts Plugin .py, and we're going to click on that, and we're going to press OK and install that. Right, so now we get the notice that PyShifts the plugin has been installed. And so now we can see that it has been installed below. And if we look at the legacy plugins, now we see that PyShifts has been installed. In my case, there are two because I previously installed it, but if done correctly, once we click on it, we should see that now the PyShifts plugin is available. Right, so an error that can potentially pop up when working with PyShifts and PyMol is an error that we call right here, no module name meter. And so this is going to come up when we just ordinarily open up PyShifts sometimes. And so what ends up happening is that when we go to legacy plugins, we see that PyShifts doesn't actually show up. And so in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to type in our terminal, conda activate PyShifts. And then we're going to follow it up by writing source.bashrc. And now when we close out of PyMol and we reopen it, what we've done is we've activated the paths and the environmental variables necessary in order to run PyShifts. And so now we see when we go to legacy plugins, PyShifts actually pops up, and once we click on it and let it run, we see that PyShifts now is able to run smoothly.